so it could even be a box goggle. Well, it looks like a box goggle. That's what our targets for MLRS that run on ELRS hardware, but only receivers are fully supported right now. Modules cause trouble. Yeah, stupid. Marketing material says Ultra HD 1080p HD display with 100 FPS. Yeah, but that doesn't say that it's full HD. Transmission. It's analog. Okay, so Livio I would consider a reliable source, but the problem is his message already disappeared. So I don't know.
The FetchShock HDO is not HD.
FetchRock, by the way, they released the HDO Plus. I didn't even know.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they did. We ordered some. Yeah, I got some coming.
HDO. Oh,
HDO is still the best goggle. I'm sorry, man.
That's why I don't have anything else.
Yeah.
HDO.
Like even on the goggles too, I can't see the corners.
Okay, well, it's the same shell. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it looks exactly the same. It's probably just some new internals or updated internals. New firmware, TVS, CRSF tracer, change log commentary. Yes. So anyway, let's do a quick recap. So VTX stuff changed dramatically, like smart audio, the way that you control your VTX from the transmitter. Yeah, that's pretty much the biggest changes because of the DP and similar video transmitters that have more channel bands, blah 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 blah. So there were some updates required regarding that. So we basically rewrote everything. Then we updated the way that output ports map. So we have new way, like an additional CRSF port on the receivers. You get that free of charge. Updated PWM frequencies, like more smooth, it works better. Then we trashed DSMX support, we completely removed LoRa, we updated the way that the binding procedure works, and we fixed a couple of critical and non-critical bugs. I think that's it. Oh, and hardware support. So like new hardware that is out right now or going to be out in the near future is already going to be supported on 6.42, so you have some time to update or upgrade to it and check it out. Let us know if you have any issues. I've seen one guy having issues with binding. Please, like if you do, take a quick video, send it to me in DM, tell, hey man, Trappy, what the fuck is going on, and good to go. SkyZone 04X shits all over HDO. Well, that's an opinion, man. Bartman has a video about the goggles. Looks like it's walk snap. Okay, that would be even worse. I still use first generation of HDO. Yup. Did they release HDO 2 in a different color and call it Plus? Would be a classic Fat move. I don't know. I don't know, man. I just like the HDO. The HDO 2. Sorry.
I like the first one.
You like the first one? I mean, the Dominator HD was fucking awesome. Yeah. That was like the biggest field of view. But yeah. Still running my HDO2 with Fusion, best combo, no hype. Thank you. Agreed, by the way. And the only analog goggles where I never needed to replace the phone. Okay, yeah, that's probably a SkyZone that he's talking about. Because the SkyZone got like this leathery thing. Fat Shark uses like a cheap neoprene, and the SkyZone has like a cushiony, nice leathery. Like that, I gotta say that one's nice, but I don't like the goggles themselves. I mean, they're good. They're
I always prefer the EVA foam.
Yeah, me too. Or like the
soak up the sweat.
Which one was the other one? The newbie drones had like the face mask, right? I mean, we did face masks as well.
Yeah.
What about the Transformer? Yeah. No, which one do we fly? We fly the Recon, right? The shittiest Fat Shark goggle.
Oh,
the Recon.
Oh shit.
That's the one that we actually use for like analog flights, just because it's the most convenient to me. Just grab and go. Yeah. All right. I think that's everything. I gotta take a piss, man. I've been drinking this Huel vitamin water thing. and it's like fucking pass through, man.
Whoa.
Oh, it's just a screen.
Yes, you can get a change log on the agent.
If you go update the firmware, there's a changelog thing that you can click. It'll scroll down, and there'll be like a fucking giant list. New DJI box goggles look huge. Well, they're gonna go with box goggles because that'll allow them to drop the price, right? Like the thing that is kind of inhibiting for more people getting into like the DJI ecosystem is just price, right? Like $400 for like goggles, and then another $200 for your fucking video transmitter. It's steep. So if you use box goggles, like larger screens are actually cheaper than smaller screens, and a singular screen is half the price as two fucking smaller screens. Right? So. Not even talking about the durability of the face pads, but it's also the fit. No other goggle ever fit me. Well, that's a you thing, bro.
Yeah, well, yeah, you said it about.
Yeah.
Just received yesterday the order. All right.
Yeah. Can't wait to see what they come up with again.
Get some more of that.
Get
some of that one shit.
Yeah.
God.
Oh man, yeah, that was a fucking legendary video.
It was so cool, like especially when he was driving on water, you can see the whole.
Yeah, the ejection thing.
Newbie Drone has the best phone. Yeah. TVA.
All right. I gotta take a piss now.
All right,
So we gotta end this here.
It's an hour.
All right. We've had an hour. Wang updates probably in the next stream, right? No, maybe what?
What the?
Now it should be louder. Yeah.
Another cool thing with Japan is the people are like Hong Kong people. They don't like the strangers on the street. They don't talk to you.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
Like, don't talk to anyone, any strangers. Just fucking mind your own fucking business.
Yeah. Except for those guys from the fucking like, there was a drone company from Japan. And one day we were just walking around town, and like the town is tiny, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we were like 15 people, and all the restaurants seat like maybe 5 people.
Yeah.
So we couldn't go anywhere, and then like all of a sudden like this Japanese dude shows up, and I didn't know that he worked for a drone company, and that he was part of the autopilot thing. And he's like, "Oh yeah, no problem, just come with me." So like he got us into a restaurant. Like he started working there basically. Like he took our orders, and he went back into the fucking kitchen, like grabbed the plates, brought us everything.
What? Okay.
He basically just started working there. So like that guy definitely like did not follow that rule. He talked to everybody.
The great thing about Japan is they don't give a fuck about you. It is a great thing.
Yeah, it is. It is. At a certain age, you don't want people to give a fuck about you. But like when you go there and you tell them like, "Hey man, get this shit done," they like sort it out. They
Get
immediately
it done quickly.
Yeah, fucking no complaints, nothing. So
I still remember that was like maybe like 8-9 years ago. I was still like super fat and shit. I bumped into this lady when she was tiny and
Yeah.
kind of knocked her off her feet. I was like, oh fuck! I was like, scared, like she'd be hurt or whatever. She got up and like started bowing. Like, oh, I'm so sorry.
yeah,
I'm so sorry.
the bowing
I'm
is
like,
fucking
no,
wild.
it was me. What the fuck? Stop apologizing.
The bowing is wild. Yeah, they're like, and you just go like. All right. Anyway, the good thing is like I look like an American, so I can just behave like an American basically. So I'm like all sorted out. I just go like thumbs up. Yeah. So that was the trip to Japan. I was the best FPV pilot there.
What do you mean?
Yeah. That was the coolest thing ever. Like because they were all like.
How was that determined?
Well, they had like this new release, or they have this new release where autopilot should technically behave like beta flight.
Okay.
Right? So it, like, apart from like all of the fucking wild shit that the autopilot can do, it now also can behave like beta flight.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got like acro mode, kind of, and it's pretty interesting. So it feels first of all, like it feels really good. As far as I could determine, at least, like I'm not a professional.
When you were
FPV
flying
pilot.
drone there or what?
So they got approval specifically for me to fly
Ooh, okay.
because Japan drone rules are like
Yeah.
next fucking level.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they got approval for me to fly there and try it out. And yeah, so they were like, you are the best FPV pilot here. You need to tell us whether this is as close to autopilot as it can get or like what we still need to do.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
And I was like, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm the wrong guy to ask. Isn't there like anybody else who can fly FPV? And then so I'm not going to name any names, but then they got another guy out, and I was like, okay, I can fly better than that guy. Like that guy was pretty much like,
okay, all right. He was crashing out or he didn't take off.
not crashing, but you know, like
All right.
full throttle one area and then
Okay.
just return to home, right? Like,
All right.
okay, yeah. I was like, okay, yeah, I can give it a try, right? But then I was mode 1, so they had to like change the transmitter.
Well, I thought Japan is mode 1.
I know, but they didn't have like the demo was prepared by one of the autopilot developers, right? And he was like kind enough to like change his fucking radio over. It was like an old Radio Master, so you had to like take out the gimbals,
Oh shit.
swap it.
Alright.
It was this whole thing.
You
right?
didn't bring a Tango 2?
It's not allowed.
You can't even bring it?
Well, I could, but I couldn't have flown it. Like they did the fucking radio checks, everything, right? Like we had to fly with HD0 with like low bandwidth mode, just so that they were like, okay, you can fly, right?
Just so they don't have to cut themselves.
Yeah. So Trump's China import taxes of 60% also affecting Hong Kong. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Oh man. Actually, Trump is not the guy who implemented the most strict China tariffs, right? It was the old fuck. I mean, they're both old fucks, but the other old fuck,
The slower one.
the slower one. Yeah.
He won, right?
Pretty much, yeah. So far. Yeah, I mean, it looks like he won. But, you know, it's not over till it's over, right? But anyway, nobody cares. So, let's talk about 642.
All right.
All right? So, we launched this new firmware a couple of, like, I think we launched it in the last stream. And then I was testing the shit out of it, and eventually I found an issue that was weird enough for us to closer investigate, and it led us down this rabbit hole of like something like to do with the binding stuff. So we improved like the whole binding process, everything. But yeah, the 642 is pretty much how to say this. We're trying to get a stable version out with like all of the user experience improvements, UI UX experience improvements, and then together with the new hardware that we are launching and have launched, right? Since 619, we've launched the Pro Nano RX Pro with high power, and there's gonna be, I think I can say it, like the 69 V2 that we're like behind on for like almost a year now. And then there's also gonna be, have we like, is it ready?
It's getting ready.
It's getting ready, right? So there's also another product that's probably gonna start shipping next Monday.
Binding was basically rewritten.
Yeah. So binding was basically rewritten. There was so we did a lot of changes with that have to do with the DP and just smart audio and VTXs in general. So we basically rewrote the entire smart audio implementation. You have like on the TX side, you now have a native menu that doesn't communicate with the VTX. So on the TX side, you basically have a static native menu that will load really quickly and doesn't have to always ask the VTX like what frequency and what channels do you support. It just sends up the channels and the VTX is going to follow. And then if you still want to use like VTX specific frequencies, then you can go through the receiver menu and then go into the VTX settings, and then you can do the VTX settings. Anyway, um, then we removed the SMX support because nobody was using it, so that freed up a little bit of code. I think we also removed Flarm, or are going to remove Flarm. That's not on the list, but I remember that from happening. The binding has been improved or completely rewritten. There's like some bugs that were there that we fixed. A lot of fixes related to the 69. We optimized the PWM frequency, like it's way more stable now, so your servos should be a little bit more steady. And oh yeah, the LoRa mode thing. So yeah, the receivers, like that was a bug that I found.
So proud.
Yeah. I can't say how it happened because but yeah, basically yeah, right, like in the clouds thing, and then anyway, not the one that happened in Turkey, the one that happened here, yeah. So well, actually, the bug that happened in Turkey, we can talk about that one because that was in Turkey. So there was a bug where if the telemetry channel was flooded, it would basically override the bind phrase, and then you would lose bind, and then it wouldn't rejoin again until you push the bind button, which was after the plane had landed itself, right? So that was quite a serious bug, and it only happened like in really fucking rare circumstances where like a certain combination of telemetry frames were being sent, and it only happened like the only reported issues that we had was Ardupilot because they beefed up their telemetry frequencies and all that shit. But apparently it can also happen in iNav, which I was probably the first or the second person to experience that. At least I was the first one to report it. Yesterday, some guy messaged me and said like, "Hey man, I also have this problem. Should I update?" So yes, you should. That bug had been fixed completely. Yeah. They also rewrote the complete like UART management thing. So now you get an additional UART. So
that's cool.
UART is like an additional CRSF basically. So now you can get 3 CRSF ports on the receivers instead of just 2. Yeah, I think that is kind of it in a nutshell. Like there's a whole like this is the list from the TBS agent, from the change logs in TBS agent. So there's a whole bunch of like individual things. I basically everything I just said is like a summary of like 3 or 4 things that have changed. So it's one of the biggest changes in Crossfire history, I would say, and it's supposed to kind of like summarize all of the changes that we have been doing over the past like year and a half into one concise firmware that you can hopefully safely update to.
Stu was asking, do we drink beers?
Do you guys drink beer? Not habitually.
And the HTX update.
Yeah, so if I can go back here, like you see the title of today's episode is the HTX status, right? Yeah, so that's coming. It's coming in a second. Let me just read all of the things that everybody said. Day 69 of asking for new teams, okay. Any HTX update? Okay, I had a weird issue with the Tango 1. I have the Crossfire V2 module and I just cannot use CRSF firmware 6.19 or upper. My Tango was then kind of broken and I could not bind anything. Okay, so that would probably mean that it doesn't support CRSF V3, which it should.
But it shouldn't affect binding.
Yeah, it shouldn't. Okay, if you can, please just file a ticket with us, like record what you're doing, and we'll take a look into it. But I kind of Tango 1 is kind of like EOL-ish, so yeah. Just I want to manage expectations, right? We're not going to be able to like dig into this for a couple of weeks. If we can find the issue right away, we'll let you know. Okay. You guys, yeah. So HTX status. So one of our developers, he's in the chat, so he can say hi if he wants to. He's been flying HTX on the Mambo, so on Tracer, for quite some time now. From what I understand is it's not yet tidy enough to release for HTX because obviously they have standards. No, it's just on our side. It's a little messy code right now, but we are already flying it. We're using it, and it works. So, and it has worked for several months now. So we are in the process of being able to finally merge, or get rid of FreedomTX, and then allow you to update HTX. Now, a couple of things I need to mention because I want to manage those expectations. Number one, you will not be able to use the, what do you call the companion? All right, that's not going to happen. You can't update, like, you can't flash your own builds for now. The way that you're going to be flashing is going to be through the TVS agent, and the TVS agent is going to merge in all the official releases. That's more or less all the caveats that I'm aware of. Sharing is a mess. Yeah, that's the biggest thing because obviously the HTX companion tool does not cooperate well with our bootloader. So you're gonna need to use our bootloader to update, which is through the TVS agent. And our plan, at least, like if the HTX team is so willing, will be to integrate the HTX releases into the TVS agent, and then like make like an auto pipeline. You'll just pull the releases, flash them as they come out. Yeah, I mean, I don't. To be honest, I've never used the HTX companion
I've used
thing,
once.
but I remember the OpenTX one, and that was